Hello angels, welcome back to another resin video. In this video we're going to be making the raindrop, the water effect resin mirror. I've been seeing people do this and it looks absolutely so cool. And I have this mirror mold that I got from Etsy, so I was like, why not try it out? It was going to look absolutely amazing. So after I placed down a little bit of my UV resin, I made them in different sizes, some of them big, some of them small, to give it the water effect, the rain effect. I just put my UV light on top of it and let it cured, and I just use a little pin, or you can use your hand, whatever, obviously wearing a glove, to make sure that it's completely cured, just to check it to make sure that it's good. So that is what I'm doing. By the way, I speed up this video because this took a good little minute just to make sure I got it done. And I have my little drinks because this took a minute. So I was just drinking something at the side. So just keep repeating the same step until I completely cover up this mirror mold to the best of my liking. The part that I did not show on camera was that I did the edges as well, because I wanted not just the flat surface but the sides, so like if they had the water effect. I didn't show that part. My bad. But yep, just doing it again. And making sure that I filled it in the best as possible. You can see how he's looking so far. Some of them has the big circles, so I need to go over them with a little drip. I was so worried because I only had one UV resin, so I was like, oh my god, I probably won't have enough to fill up this mold completely. But it was a perfect amount, so that was good. Oh, I don't know if I said this. The mold is from Etsy's. Both of the UV lights is from Amazon. The UV resin is from Amazon as well. And the pigments that I'm going to be using is from Let's Resin on Amazon. And the resin is from Amazon. Everything, I'll leave the link for it down in the description box down below. So I finished up everything. I told you guys that I did the sides as well, and that's how it's looking. So now I'm just going in with my holographic. This is the holographic effect. Let me look. So now I'm going in with the crown effect. I have 5 of them in 5 different colors. So just make sure I get all around the edges. By the way, the crown effect came with a little brush, which was perfect. Perfect. Because all I had was a makeup brush. And I still use my makeup brush. But it was good that it came with a brush. So I'm just going around using all of the colors. This part got a little messy, so keep that in mind. Making sure I got all around the edges. Cover it up completely. And any part that I miss, obviously I can just go over it again. It is very important to make sure that your UV resin is completely cured, because obviously you're going to be going over it, brushing something on top of it. I think in one side of it, one part was not fully cured. It was only like a little piece that fell off. I was going to fix it, but I was like, forget it. I've been doing this long enough. I'm ready to be finished with this project. But it wasn't like a big mistake, but you get the idea. The green looks so pretty, honestly. This looks so good already. I'm making sure that I use up all of my colors. And I'm using the makeup brush because it's way bigger and it can get more stuff. Making sure I get the sides. And one of the UV resin right there was not fully cured, so I was able to just pop that part off. And then just keep on going to cover up everything. I'm trying to figure out which color that I already used, because I already used 5 of the colors already. And I don't want the same colors to be side and side, so I'm just trying to match everything just to see how everything was laid out already. Zooming in with the green. The green is absolutely my favorite. It looks so pretty. I didn't finish adjusting the camera, so you guys can't really see what I'm doing over there, but it's the same step over and over, making sure that I got the sides, making sure I got everything Just doing a double take on everything. Oh, for the last one I was doing, I decided to go in with all of the colors that I have instead of just picking one color. I just wanted to see how that would look. And I realized that I missed some of the sides, so I'm just checking the colors to see what go with what, and so that I can go over the sides again. And in the center, of course, just making sure I brush some of it on the center, and all is well. It looks pretty cool. I'm going to give you guys a close-up right now so you can see. Voila, looks pretty cool. So I already mixed up my resin off camera, and that's how it's looking. Something fell inside, so I had to just pick it up real quickly. So this is my resin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some black pigment, and I'm just going to put a little bit in there. This is going to be the final layer. By the way, I sprayed my resin with a little bit of some 99% ibuprofen alcohol, just to make sure that there was no bubbles or anything like that. And I also like to put my resin in some hot water. So part A and part B in some hot water, just let it sit before I mix it and all of that good stuff. So that's how it looks after you finish mixing up the resin. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Now I can start pouring it down into my mold. Make sure to pour slowly because I don't want to overfill anything. Voila, voila. So this area that I had it sitting on wasn't flat enough. It was uneven, so some of it was just floating to one side. So I had to put my silicone spoon underneath it just to try to even everything out. But other than that, it's still good. There was no spillage, there was no overpouring. Kind of poured the perfect amount. I did end up having to mix up just a little bit to get around the edges. And you can already see that the bubbles is rising to its top. So I sprayed it again with 99% ibuprofen alcohol, and then I just let it sit for 24 hours before I pop it out of the mold, or I just left it overnight. Either way, it all depends on how long your resin takes to cure. And then I can just pop it out of the mold. I think I'm going to have to add a glossy coat on top, but we won't know until I pop it out of the mold, honestly. We'll see how it looks. See if we make any decisions. Hopefully this turns out good. While doing this voiceover, it's still not ready to be cured or anything like that, so I'm just hoping it turns out good. And you can see that in the corner right there, I'm mixing up more resin, adding in there more pigments, and then I'm just gonna be pouring it down on one of the spots that needs a little bit more help. Dun, 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 dun. So I left this overnight for it to cure. It's not fully dry all the way, but I was very curious to see how this would turn out. And I was kind of debating if I should add a glossy coat on there, so that's why I wanted to remove it from the mold earlier. But yeah. So I'm just checking to see how it looks. And slowly just pop it out of the mold. And this is how it turned out. It turned out absolutely amazing. This looks absolutely so cool. I'm so glad that I decided to make this. Like, this is so easy to make and it looks amazing. It looks so different. Different in a good way, but this looks so cool. You can see that obviously I have a little bit of some resin I went over to the side. That's easy to clean up with my X-Acto knife, or I can just peel it off with my hands. And I'm just giving you guys a quick little close-up of how everything looks. You can see them with all the colors. You can see the one that I decided to add all of the colors into one, and that's how that looks. Pretty cool. So I decided I wanted to see how it looks with a mirror. By the way, I have it on this black flat surface, this table, so that it could cure on a flat surface. I don't want it to be bending. I just want it to be laying on there flat. Since I removed it from the mold. I'm talking so fast, I'm out of breath. But yeah, this is how it turned out. And here it looks in the sun. It looks so cool. Like absolutely amazing. I'm so glad I decided to add some around the edges and some like kind of in the center of the mirror. Like it looks absolutely amazing. It looks so cool. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.